everybody, another night, another movie, and I just got done watching 1984's Red Dawn, starring Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, C. Thomas Howell, Leah Thompson and Jennifer Grey. This one I've seen a couple of times since I got it on DVD, yeah, I'm going to get so much hate for this one. So, for anybody who doesn't know, Red Dawn is the tale of Cubans and the Russians starting a war with like the world, but of course primarily America, because of course everybody's evil except America. Everybody, you know, is honestly just sorry about that quick moment there where just anyway. So yeah, so Cubans and Russians, bloody commie bastards, you know that they are. They invade America, and you know, kill people willy-nilly and all that stuff. But fortunately for America, Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen and a bunch of other inexperienced teenagers are on hand to take on the whole army in their neighbourhood. And you know what? I know like I'm sounding, I'm being sarcastic and condescending, but there's a very good reason. You see, I'm a very patient person. I don't mind movies that take ages to get into. I don't mind movies that take their time and are a slow burn. Even movies that I've nitpicked stuff about, you know, they're not always stuff that ruin the whole experience of the movie. Sometimes, even the most stupid ones, I'm quite happy to sit there. If I wasn't reviewing them, I would probably put them on and just go, yeah, whatever, stupid twats or whatever. You know, my ability to suspend my disbelief is amazing. I don't think I would be able to get through and essentially enjoy 98% of The Walking Dead if I wasn't able to ignore most impracticalities. I play games with, you know, I deal with the seriously bad Deus Ex Machinas. I will happily go on fetch quests for the most stupid MacGuffins. I'm a pretty easygoing person with this kind of stuff. But if you seriously expect me to watch this hour and 40-minute long movie and completely turn off my, well, brain essentially, if you want me to turn off my whole brain to ignore the fact that these two armies were able to not only progress through the southern and northern borders of America with no trained military, you know, armed forces stopping them, and then proceed to make me believe that a group of 6 teenagers with a couple of them have hunting skills, but no real gun experience, no real hunting experience, no real training, can take on the whole force in their town in Colorado. Just the fuck? You know what, I don't know if I'm just getting old, but just there's patriotism and then there's just being stupid. As I've said before, and I will willingly confess, I like army movies. I get used to watching all these patriotic Black Hawk Downs and all the other stuff. I can deal with it. I like watching that stuff. But just, I don't understand how, these just, where the fuck are the Marines and the Army and everybody else? How did these bloody invaders get all the way to Colorado? And how are all the adults taken over so easily? The movie starts with like these, I don't know what they are, Cuban or Russian. These people parachuting in, and there's no air, like air support or anything. But these people can land from parachutes, and they shoot at this school that Jed, Patrick Swayze's character, and the others are at, and yet they get so close, literally at point blank range, and still manage to somehow miss these teenagers. Worst army ever. Just, I don't know what they're trying to say about other forces and stuff, but I just, and then you're expected to believe that, I've lost my train of thought, sorry. This might get movie. It's so mind-numbing. That was the camera dying, not my train of thought completely ruining the filming. This movie is so mind-numbing. But I don't understand how, if the forces, if the Cubans and the Soviets did indeed, attack from the south and the north, why didn't these kids in Colorado know anything about it? Why was there no warning? Why were there no forces in place waiting for these people to come invade? Just, you know what, this movie is so frustrating. And yet the annoying thing is there are parts that are enjoyable. Even if you completely switch off your brain, there are parts that are enjoyable. And you know what? I have seen movies that I have insisted on turning off. This is not one of those movies. I carried on watching it, and it's not that I felt like I was being tortured by watching it. It just annoyed me so much, as is probably evident, and I apologise for that. Because I'm trying to be, constructive and that in my criticism. I'm trying to be subjective and all that stuff. But, or objective, sorry. But just, not helped is the fact that this has some of the worst acting in it. Which sounds even more insane when you consider the actors in it. Because we know these people can act. But there is so much like shouting at each other in short bursts and tearful crying and I'm probably supposed to be able to emotionally connect to this, and on some level I do, but it feels so forced. It just feels like it's going, understand the patriotism rocks, support America, and you know what, normally I would be completely fine with that. But it's like watching and just being hit on the head over and over again with a US flag. Which, I love America. I stand by the fact I wish England had the patriotism that America does. But it just gets tiresome sometimes. And please, my friends in America, please do not take any offence by anything I've said. This is just like, it's like a propaganda movie. Like, just with all the communism and, Cold War and all that stuff. It just feels like huge communism, like, propaganda movie. And that makes me sad. That makes me very sad. And obviously very angry and very frustrated. If this had been so much more believable, if there'd been more in a military presence from the US, I might have completely enjoyed this movie. But as it is, it's just a really bad stretch. And I know they tried it again. I haven't seen the remake, so I can't comment on that. But I know they had a game. Now, I could be getting the game and the remake muddled up. But I know there was a game a couple of years back. Was it Homefront? Which was like written by the writers of Red Dawn. And it was about Koreans invading instead. Which was joked about with its even less plausibility than what this is. If I've got the remake and that game muddled up, then I apologise. But that's what this automatically makes me think of. So, you know what? I think guys will get a kick out of this movie. There's explosions. There's Wolverines. There's, bad guys being killed. For chicks, Patrick Swayze's not bad to look at. Charlie Sheen's not in it much, so he's not even worth looking at. Oh, and the guys will also enjoy Leah Thompson and Jennifer Grey. But story-wise, there's not much here. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. And like you say, you know what? I do feel like I'm getting old. Any other day, I think if I was not doing this review, if I was just sat back watching this, because I've watched this several times in the past, I think if I was just sat back killing some time, I might enjoy it. I might even just mind-numbingly go, this is absolutely awesome. But certainly on this occasion, I got distracted and I just was not buying it. And I'm sorry, folks, I really cannot say much more than that, really. I'm sorry this review's been very angry and very kind of frustrated. I love these actors so much. It frustrates me that I have to put it down in ratings. But I would only give this like a 5 out of 10. And that's even being generous. Like I say, I've seen much worse films, both story-wise and acting-wise and film-wise. This is watchable. Do not get me wrong, it is watchable, but it just lags, and the acting is awful, and just it's really disappointing all round. So, I'm sorry, folks, but that was 1984's Red Dawn. Please be gentle. We'll be back again tomorrow. But for now, with much regret, this is Sketch. Signing out.